What up, YouTube? Welcome to Tidbits of Wisdom with Geo. Now, today, the book we got this week that I finished reading is Eat That Frog by Tracy. 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Getting More Done in Less Time. Now, this is a pretty famous book, and it talks a lot about defeating procrastination, getting rid of that laziness, that lethargy that prevents us from achieving our goals. So right from the get-go, I want to tell you guys that if you take notes on my videos, you're probably going to get a lot more out of it than someone who just hears it and doesn't apply it. So what I want to do for this book, because there's 21 different ways on how to get more done and literally stop procrastinating. So from what I got from this book, what I want to do is give you the top three. My personal top three that I actually apply. I try applying all of them, but sometimes I forget, and I feel like some are more effective than others. But my top three, if you apply them, guaranteed, will change your efficiency dramatically. You'll start to see yourself doing more, being more productive, being more efficient, and even if you're not consciously aware of it, if you just get rid of procrastination, you start becoming more disciplined in all areas of your life. Like, next thing you know, you're gonna start brushing your teeth more often. You're gonna start making your bed more often. You're gonna start seeing all this stuff because you're disciplining yourself. Now, if you watched my last video, I talked about the importance of discipline. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest checking it out. But going on, I'm going to talk to you guys first about the first technique, and I'm going to start with the number 3 on my list, and that is, according to him, set out blocks of time that is undisturbed. Now, what that means is that, like, be conscious of your day. Most people go around their life constantly distracted, right? They are either always checking their phone every 5 minutes. Like, for example, I see my little sister doing this. In college, I'm in the library studying, and I see my fellow college student peers doing the same thing. But now what Tracy recommends is scheduling blocks of time out and actually doing nothing but a single task. Turning off your phone, getting off Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, not checking your emails, not doing anything else but focusing on the task at hand. Doing this alone, your quality of work and the speed at which it's done, it's gonna boom, it's gonna shoot up like a rocket. Number 2 on the list is, according to him, plan your day out in advance. Now, this is a habit that I've actually been doing for quite a while now, and I get things done, and I'm always organized, and I know exactly what needs to be done at each given hour of the day. And previous to doing this, I reflect and I think about my life, and it was more of like a busy haze. Like, I was busy, but just like anyone, right? We're all busy nowadays. We all consider ourselves busy, and we all think we're hardworking. But I would really be doing menial amount of work, and it wouldn't even be the most highly valued targets that I should be aiming for. But thank God, I changed my habits, I changed my ways, I applied his technique, and my life has changed a lot. So what planning your day out in advance means is that you think about all your appointments, all the special things that need to be done on that day, in addition to the things that you want to be done so that you can achieve your goals. All have to be planned out the day before. Now, the reason you want it the day before is because if you're just on the fly the next day and you're just thinking on the go, you're going to be constantly distracted, and temptation is going to snare you like a freaking bear trap. Because temptation, once it's in your face and you don't have a plan or something that needs to be done at that time, it's so easy to fall into. It's so easy to just be unproductive. So if you actually plan out your day in advance and you know what you should be doing at this given moment, when something tempts you, when someone asks you to come and waste time with them, you're going to be like, nah, man, I can't. I have priorities. I got goals. I got things to do, right? And you're focusing on that, so it moves you towards your goals. And at the end of the day, build discipline as well. So that's another way to build discipline on top of being more productive. Now, my most favorite one out of all this book is a little strange in the title, but it's called Slicing and Dicing. Let me explain. Now, in the course of our life, in the course of our days, there are big tasks that need to be done sometimes, big projects. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't want to do. I feel like I'm a very disciplined person, but there are times when I just don't want to do it. But even then, that's not an excuse for me to not do it. You see what I'm saying? Discipline is what you need. Discipline allows you to do what you have to do, whether you feel like it or not. So, this technique of discipline that he taught is to just cut your task, your project, into the smallest of activities. And just work on the first part. Just work on the smallest task available. So once you start doing that and you do the first task, say no matter how small it is, say the first task would be to open Word document. Psychologically, you now have momentum. You now broke through the inertia. Now you're going to be moving forward. Now it's going to take a lot less energy to start typing that first paragraph. And then once you finish that first paragraph, it's going to take a lot less energy to go research a little bit online. And then so forth and so forth. Then it goes on and on. So that's the technique of slicing and dicing. You break up your big old frog, right? Your big old frog, you cut it into as small pieces as you can. And you take fun size bites out of those big ugly frogs. Now doing this, you gain momentum. You break your inertia. Now you're not procrastinating. Now you're full on engaged in the task. Now you and your frog are face to face. Now it's up to you to either, excuse my language, but bitch out, or be a man, a woman of character, and continue through. Anyways, if you're taking notes, I'm proud of you. If you're not taking notes, you must learn, my friend. Some must learn the hard way. Others learn the easy way, and that's why they're successful. Now, whoever has ears to hear, let them hear.